Hola, I'm Dave Kaufman, the director of Conversa. Welcome to our school. We teach Spanish primarily to Americans, Canadians, folks from the Caribbean sometimes. We run 4-week programs all year long. We form small groups, maximum 4 people. We focus on listening and speaking skills, and we try to get people functioning in Spanish as quickly as possible.
My name is Barb Schmidt-Reinhardt. I'm a professor of Spanish at Ashland University. Well, Ashland has been at Conversa for about 5 years, and prior to that the program was in Mexico for 20 years, a very similar program.
My name is Jessica Springer. I am from Huron, Ohio. Right now I am studying Spanish to become a Spanish teacher. The first few days were a little difficult, just kind of getting back into the language. I haven't studied the language for quite a few years, and kind of just being thrown back into it was a little bit stressful, but it's definitely improving. I can tell my speaking abilities and my language skills are already improving by far. So it's been a great opportunity, a lot of great experiences, a lot of great traveling experiences in the culture, the language and everything.
I really like that I'm learning a lot in just one day. Like, one day at Conversa is mind-blowing because I learned so much. Even though I already learned it before, it's like relearning it again, but learning it better and comprehending and just understanding everything better. So I really like that I remember more, I can use it more, I can actually use it, and just being able to understand the ticos here. So I like that.
I've been in Costa Rica for 40 years. Got here as a Peace Corps language coordinator, and then met a couple of Americans who were similarly inclined. We started Conversa in 1975. Came out here to Santana, where I'm standing right now, 1980, and started a slow transition from what had been a dairy farm to a language school. So right behind me, if you can see a building there, those were stables with horses. There were barns out here for Holstein cows, and now that's all gone, and we've taken the barns and torn them down and rebuilt them as classrooms and offices. We have about 25 classrooms. We work with small groups, maximum 4 people. We've been at it for 32 years, and we think it's a very fine program if you're motivated to learn Spanish.
My name is Calvin Samuel. I go to school in Lincoln University, the first HBCU. I am a secondary history education major with minors in anthropology and psychology. The best aspect of my experience is just the unexpected, of the unknown. Not knowing from day to day what's going to happen or what's going to be new or what life will bring as far as a lesson for me to grow as a person. I just hope to really gain the experience of being able to make my mom proud and my family proud, and also being able to understand another culture outside of my own. It's the assimilation of being able to understand that there's another culture that you have to get used to when you've been used to your culture for so many years.
My name is Mike Harden. I live in Waco, Texas. I'm a family physician doctor. For me personally, it's important. About 1/3 of my patients are Hispanic, and of those, a good number are primarily Spanish speaking, so I use Spanish pretty frequently. It's different in that words are different that are used, so most of my patients would be from Mexico, so there are a lot of words that are very different that Mexicans that use for different medical conditions. I don't know if you want a story or not, but I can certainly tell you some very funny stories. But the words are very different at times. We chose Conversa because we were looking for a place where we could bring the kids and they could study Spanish for a little while. It's much easier to learn a language outside the country. I think the best aspect of being in Costa Rica, where you're outside of your home culture and another culture, is that you're stuck in a situation where you're obligated to speak the language and you're stuck in the culture. You have to learn both the language and the culture at the same time, and just knowing a language doesn't mean you understand the culture, and they're both stuck together.
I am a professor at Barrett Honors College at Arizona State University. In general, I think people should try to be bilingual if it's at all possible for them, but obviously, especially for Americans, I think Americans should learn Spanish. I don't directly have another place to compare it to, but it's hard to imagine any other competitor doing any better than Conversa does. It really is about just excellent people who just make you feel good about the learning process. For me, honestly, just coming here, it's truly immersive, of course, as you'd expect, and it's just a kind of safe environment where you feel that you can start speaking and kind of get your feet wet and just not have to worry about making mistakes because the people around you understand where you are and at what level you're at. So it is a special place in that sense. Especially for me as an older student, it's been fun to be around young people. But of course, Conversa, a place like this is only as good as its teachers, and every single one of my teachers has been nothing less than excellent. It's the teachers that make it. I like to think that anytime I'm exposed to other good teachers, it makes me a better teacher. So I hope, we'll see, but I expect that it will make me even that much better a teacher myself.
To me, it's kind of like the Costa Rican way of life. It's kind of like the, I don't know, just the cool saying, and it kind of means like live life to your fullest, I think, or like seize the day. So it's a nice phrase.
Pura Vida, I have a hard time kind of putting a definition on it because the way I've learned it is kind of mixed in between what the Ticos believe and what tourists believe. So I guess I'd say Pura Vida is a way to say have a good life.
Todo bien. Everything's great. No worries. You don't have to worry about anything. It's like Hakuna Matata.
Pura Vida is just an expression for some people. It's just an afterthought expression that means, hey, great life, enjoy it. And for others, it's a marketing slogan for Costa Rica to sell ecotourism.
I think it just means like, no matter what you decide to do, everything's going to work out. And if something doesn't work out in your favor, you kind of just have to say that's life and Pura Vida.
To me now, Pura Vida does really mean almost a kind of purity. This is a place where you really just kind of can come and decompress, still be focused and doing your work, but not having it feel like a burden.
It's just being happy, I mean, kind of living life and enjoying everything around you.
Pura Vida just, you know, it means that it's good here. It's good and it's grounded and it's natural and life works.
We hope you'll have the opportunity to come out and visit us here. And meanwhile, please check us out on our website, which is conversa.com or conversa.com. Hasta luego.
Conversa conmigo.
Excelente, amigo.